Hello, I'm Suzie Garfield. I want to thank you for coming to visit and letting me share with you one of my favorite stories. It's called How to Govern a Kingdom. Once upon a time, a land far, far, far away was ruled by a king and his wife, the queen, and they had one child, the princess who would one day inherit the kingdom and come to rule it. Now, when it came time for the princess to marry, both her parents wanted to make the very finest match possible. So her father, the king, did what he always did when he had an important matter before him. He asked his prime minister for advice. "Good minister, every day more and more suitors ask our permission to court our daughter and then to marry her. How can we know which one will understand her the best and make her truly happy?" The prime minister thought for a moment, and then, "Would a suitor understand your daughter well enough if he could predict when she would wear a pink gown and when she would choose purple?" "Yes." "What if he knew when she would choose to braid her hair and when she would wear it loose?" "Indeed." "And if he knew when she would play and when she would sing, or when she would sew and when she would weave, when she would paint, when she would draw, or when she would choose an apple for her mid-morning snack, and when she would choose grapes?" "Yes, yes, all of those, yes." "Well, there you have it. That is the suitor we must find." The king said nothing. He just peered dubiously at the prime minister. "Okay, here's what we can do. We'll invite your daughter's suitors to the palace. Oh, I know we can't invite all of them. There are far too many. But we can start with a goodly number. Oh, as many as, say, 64. We'll invite them to the palace, and then each day we'll ask each of them to predict a choice that your daughter will make. Now, any suitor who can't predict the choice correctly, we'll dismiss him at once. But those who are correct, we'll ask them to stay another day and predict another choice. After 6 days, one suitor will remain, and he is the one who will wed your daughter on the 7th day. The king listened to the prime minister. He heard him out, but the king was of a skeptical mind. "Good minister, you propose a fine and orderly program, but what if it doesn't work? What if more than one suitor matches all our daughter's choices? Or what if none do?" "Have no fear. I guarantee that after 6 days, exactly one suitor will remain." And so it was. 64 fortunate young men were identified, and couriers were sent out to invite them to the palace. And on the following Sunday, all 64 arrived. Each was shown to a beautifully furnished suite of rooms, and each was given fine clothing to wear, befitting a royal heir, and each was assigned an attendant to serve him. As the sun set Sunday night, the prime minister went to visit one of the young suitors in his room. He explained to the young man how an heir for the king, a husband for the princess, was to be chosen. The young man listened with great interest, with great intensity, also with some dismay. "I don't know the princess at all. How can I predict her choices?" The prime minister thought for a moment, and then, "I like you, so I'm going to give you a hint. Tomorrow morning, when you go to the royal reception room to meet with the princess, you will be asked in advance to predict if she will be wearing a pink gown or a purple gown. Predict that she will be wearing the pink." Well, the suitor thanked the prime minister. The prime minister took his leave, and the prime minister went and visited with another of the suitors, had the same conversation with him. And then another, and another, and another. In fact, the prime minister talked to all 64 of the suitors and had the same conversation, except he told only half of them, 32, to predict that the princess would wear pink. He told the other 32 to predict that the princess would wear purple. And by Monday evening, 32 of the suitors had been dismissed. Only 32 remained to continue courting the princess. Now, if I knew anything about probability, and I do, I did, I would think that you might suspect at this time that you know where this story is going and how it's going to develop and how it's going to end. Maybe yes, maybe no. But as we say, that is another story. Thank you.